Okay, I'm at 2918 Coldwater Court, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues or root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. The access point is actually going to be, there's a floor clean out in the front of the basement in the bathroom. There's also a backflow preventer. So that I can go upstream, I've actually removed the backflow preventer through the access, and we'll show you how that is there. The backflow preventer there. There is the clean out, and here's the shower in that front bathroom. So that little flap, all that does, if you see that little tab on there, that rests right down in that little, let's see if I can do this, right down, it's not going the direction I want it to, right there in those little clips right there, and it just rests. It's like a little door that has hinges on it, and so if the water was to come backwards, it just pushes it closed. But if it's flowing the right direction, then it just runs normally. Excuse me. So I'm going to try to go upstream first, back towards the upstream basically. So back towards the inside of the house. This may be a little weird. There we go. And I'm wondering how far we're going to get back here, because there is a stack, but the stack didn't have a clean out on it, which I thought was not normal. But the line should be all PVC all the way back, and we'll probably go back to that stack. It may not even be very far. And there it is. So it looks like the back of the line here is you can see the water level. This is the back side of a floor drain. So this is probably in the AC, right next to the AC unit, in the unfinished part in the center of the basement. The floor drain is probably for the condensate off of that, which is, just the water that comes out of it and dumps into the floor drain. And so the reason this is like this is it has a trap like what's under a sink, and so it holds water so that the stink from this side doesn't make it through and get out of the drain and smell in your basement. So we made it back to the high end, or the furthest upstream. That's all the interior pipe under the floor, and that all looked great. So we're going to pull back, and then we'll turn and go downstream. This would probably be for the toilet and the other stack, but they don't make a camera that allows me to go sideways just yet and choose which branch I want to go up to. Okay, so we've pulled the camera back, and now we're going out towards the main, and then there's a clean out, which I'm going to have to run some water, because there's a clean out, like I said, about 3 feet, maybe 2 feet away, probably about 2 feet away. And right now I'm sitting underneath it. I can actually see my camera from the open clean out. And so I'm going to run a little bit of water, push the fluid, and that way it'll be able to see the water run through here. Should rinse off the camera also. So we'll wait for that to drain down. You can hear the water still running to fill the toilet up. But water shouldn't dissipate, but we can continue the inspection now. But if you look up to the top, you should be able to see. It's kind of hard to see, but we're actually underneath that clean out. There's something coming in from the left, and then we're underneath the clean out right now. And so that clean out has a sweep on it, which would have forced me to go only out towards the street. And so you have to remove the little flap in the backflow preventer to be able to get into it like I had. So this is all PVC. We're going to switch into the exterior PVC. This is called SDR 35. Most likely it's 35. It is still PVC, but it's like a different rating. The inside stuff is called, it has a schedule rating, and it's usually schedule 40. And then the exterior stuff is an SDR rating. I don't know why they have two different standards, but they do. And the exterior stuff is gasketed. Usually it's a gasketed pipe, where meaning it has like rubber seals on it, and it actually allows a little bit of movement with the earth so that it doesn't just snap off. But it should all be PVC all the way out to the main. And there may be other access points installed out in the yard, but we'll find that out as we go. Yep, you can see how there is a Y connection there off to the left. So there is a connection here, meaning that would be for a clean out, probably out in the yard. And I may stop on the way back and just see if we can locate it. I don't think it's uncovered, so it's probably buried, but unless it was needed, it's probably never been needed to be uncovered, or that's right where the builder connected on. A lot of times what they do is they'll have a developer come in and they put the sewer mains in, and before, along with the roads and everything, and then they run a pipe over and stub it up onto the property, and then when the builder comes in, sometimes the same company, the builder comes in and builds the house, and then they connect to that spot. And a lot of times that clean out there is the spot where they connected. That's why when you go into new neighborhoods, before everything's built, you'll see green pipes sticking up. It's usually an indication of where the sewer lines are going to be. With this being on the cul-de-sac, it's kind of hard to tell where the sewer main is, if it's across the street or up in the yard. So far, you can see how the wear leaves like a little bit of line of mold or whatever that is on the side of the pipe, and you can see that water level really hasn't gotten up very high at all, which is good. That means even under heavy use, it's not getting very high. Based off the footage, you would think we would be getting close to the tap on the main. And there we are. So we've made it all the way out to the main. Everything looked great. There were not even any low spots. The line had great pitch on it, and looked wonderful. We already ran some water, and it all escaped far ahead of the camera. And so it's a good indication that the line is flowing wonderfully. So as we pull back, we'll continue recording and inspecting, but everything looked wonderful. This is how you want a sewer line to look. And so you can see, the connections. They're nice and tight. The pipe ends are close to, the seams are nice and close to each other. The line, obviously there's no abnormal shape or anything to any part of the line. Everything looks wonderful. Actually, I'll be able to go and look out in the front and we'll see if this is visible. We'll be about 40 feet, so we're about 34 feet, 35 feet from the front of the house. And so I'll take a look out there and see if we can find that exterior clean out, but most likely it's buried under the sod. So, no need to dig it up. There is access here, and but if it is something that I notice, I will stick a green flag on it. But in the future, you'll know that there's an access point out there that if you ever needed to get into, you could. We're getting close back here to the clean out. And here we are. Alright. So, the line looked wonderful. Isn't anything to mention. The line looked great. No structural issues. Open and flowing. Not even a low spot. And so the line looks great. So that'll end the inspection at 2918 Coldwater Court. And I believe this is Beaver Creek, Ohio.